Welcome to Goth Talk Live!
Oh, is that the best theme song ever?
I was ready to howl at the end. Let me tell you.
I'm the one who goes, whoa. That's my part for sure.
It.
Yeah, I did not record that. Just a reminder that it was my husband Chris and Christopher Norman, and on Spotify, and their friend James Reed. So
you keep talking.
You check them out on Spotify. Thank you so much, honey, for all of those lovely spooky musics. Really appreciate it. Hi, chat. Welcome, everyone. Hi.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Welcome back. I was just saying hi to chat.
Oh, hello, chat. I had a glove emergency.
Oh, please.
I forgot to put on my gloves.
There we go.
You know how it is, Goth Talkers.
How are you going to model without your gloves?
I know. I really needed it for the theme song when I did like my
Should we do it again?
So yeah, we should do it.
Should we take it from the top?
Let's take it from the top. I mean, do you guys want us to take it? Oh, I have to take my gloves off though to like move around the screen.
That's the problem right there. Yeah.
Okay. First off, let me do a had to stream. Oh. Here we go. It's all worth it.
Welcome to Goth Talk
Now I have to take them off again. Oh gosh, I didn't have time to repaint my nails. So I went with these, but you know, who has a lamb leather? Is that what this is called? I don't know. These were my gloves that my dad bought for my mom when he went to Italy's in the 60s. I said Italy's. That's how we say it in the house. Italy's. They went to Italy's, and my parents are not sentimental, so now I have these gloves. My mom was just like, "You want these?" I'm like, "Hell yes, I want these leather gloves." Wow. That she definitely chewed on. I don't know. She definitely chewed on the ends.
They look great.
But everything else.
I love them mostly because they look like they've definitely buried a body.
They have. Oh man. They have buried the body and then somebody licked their fingers. Because...
Yes. Also, good job on your goblet.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of my parents, these were a wedding gift from my uncle to my parents. And like I said, not sentimental, just want to get rid of everything in our house that's ever been in our house. So now I have a set of pewter goblets. I've got big ones and then a set of smaller ones. Like if I want to drink port or some kind of after dinner wine.
I think those are usually used to serve people poison, but
that's
also
true.
Very goth.
With some port mixed with it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Arsenic and port. What a lovely I have to address the elephant in the room, which I'm sure everyone is talking about. My bangs. I tried to do the Lydia and I didn't have any like hair gel or cream or whatever, so I tried to use coconut oil and it did not work, and it just looks like, and now and you can't get it out. You can't wash. I mean, I guess I could have taken. I didn't have enough time to take a shower.
Exactly. So now to shampoo it out.
I'm like just kind of wet. Anyway, very self-conscious. I wanted to look pretty for the last Goth Talk, and now I just look kind of wet. So it's not that I just showered.
Let's ask for validation from chat. Chat, how does Kerri look?
Do I look like a drowned rat? I feel
Please let her
I'm
know.
I'm just going to do this constantly.
That's fine. I invite you to. Please
Thank you for the goblet. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. 80s wet goth look. You're right. You're totally right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's my life, okay? Thought I said good job on your goblin. No. We're the only goblins here tonight.
We are, but we're serving them for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
That blazer's amazing.
Oh, thank you. This is an old costume piece that I've worn a million times on stage that I got for $4 at the Savers on Burn It. R.I.P.
Rest in peace. That made me so sad when I heard that closed.
Mm.
I've gotten so many amazing pieces there.
The
They had the
Savers,
best, like during Halloween, they'd have like 4 rows of Halloween
know.
clothing. And it was very loosely themed Halloween, you know. There's always like
Oh,
the
yeah.
graduation gowns and stuff. You're like, no one's being a graduate for Halloween. But then there was always like cool vintage stuff mixed in with the Halloween stuff. And there's just
Yeah.
so much of it. Ugh, I miss
every
it.
time the Chronicle did Best of Austin and they would have like best costume shop, shout out of course to Lucy in Disguise, which is very good, but I get my costumes from Savers, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But the one in South Lamar is still kicking, right?
Chat, sound off. I have no idea. I
There's
haven't
one-
left the house in a long time.
Okay. There's one in LA that's kind of outside of LA, and I forget what it's called. It's not Arcadia. Maybe it is. It's a little bit outside, but I take a little road trip there. You know, it's like 20-minute drive or 25 minutes just outside of Pasadena. Anyway, it is so expensive. Like literally a Forever 21 dress will be like $24.99. And I'm just like,
That's like retail.
This wasn't $24.99 at Forever 21.
Yeah,
Shout out,
exactly.
this goth gown is Forever 21. I got at the thrift store. Today the Goodwill outlet. I asked the Goodwill outlet gods for something velvet, and look what they gave me. Oh, my forehead looks so big. I'm so self-conscious.
It looks good.
People on the internet troll me by saying I have a 5 head, which is a good burn.
They don't know what a 5 head is then. Your co-host has a 5 head. This is what it looks like.
God, you look so amazing. I also bought a choker at Goodwill. Well, it's just black lace. I'm like, this is going to make the most amazing choker. I cannot find it anywhere. But when I find it, I'm going to keep on wearing it. Basically, I'm going to keep this goth stuff going. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to keep this goth stuff going beyond this, of course. I've been experimenting just every day wearing dark lipstick,
Ooh.
which... you know, it is a pandemic, and so I've just ruined a lot of masks.
Exactly.
Which I love it. The brown. Here's the thing with brown. I like the browns, but I also am self-conscious. It looks like I just ate a chocolate bar, and it's all over me.
Yeah, I bought one lipstick at the beginning of this goth phase, and it is navy, and it is all I have. So
it looks good.
I was happy with it. I thought I bought a black, and then it arrived, and it was a dark blue. It was like that scene in Princess of the Bride, or not Princess of the Bride, Father of the Bride.
Princess of the Bride is
Princess
also a
of the
fake
Bride.
movie.
That's the movie about my life. Father of the Bride, when he's like, Armani also doesn't make navy suits. That's how I feel on my lips. But
well, you have a glove. Shout out to your gloves too.
Oh yes, thank you. More costume pieces. I actually don't remember when I got these, but they're fabulous.
They're great for typing, though.
They are not bad. Yeah, I'm actually able to check my email and other goth activities with them. So, but yeah, I'm happy. I didn't redo my nails either. They look terrible. So,
Here's
solidarity.
A brown lipstick tip. Thank you for that. Find one that is gold. I do like. I have brown, and then I have like a gold lip pencil I put over it, and that was good.
Okay.
So shout out to the gold. Here's the thing about makeup. I realized I haven't bought nail polish in maybe 10 years. I have 3 nail polish colors I wear: black, ruby red, and silver. And I maybe just had the same bottle for like 10 or 15 years. So it was a shock to me when I went to my local CVS to buy nail polish. It's like $10-$12. I thought it was just going to be $4.99 forever. Yeah. $4.99 and then $99 for like a tiny bottle is how I thought nail polish would stay forever. $10. I mean, it is better. I will say the gel is better. But
maybe that's what I need, because mine lasts for 3 days and then they start chipping.
Yeah, I mean, the gel starts chipping right away. I find chipping right away, but it looks better. It looks smoother, and it applies in one coat.
I'm sorry, I just saw T Busy's comment. Can y'all stop being cute for a second? So I can run to the store real quick. You should have planned ahead, T Busy, but we're glad you're here. Please go to the store.
trying to be cute because this is
Yeah.
our last goth talk for now.
Right.
Not to say it won't come back as soon as Ralphie and I replenish our wardrobes. I need to stop with the bangs. I'm just going to keep doing that.
It's fine. I understand. I know what it's like to be messing with something.
I want to point out this Wet and Wild comment because today I already had some makeup, some lip palettes, and the nail polish, but I was running into CVS today, and the Wet and Wild has a whole Halloween line, and it
Oh.
was actually cheap. But I had already bought all my makeup, but they had some really great colors and nail polish and stuff for cheap. So Wet and Wild still going strong.
I will also shout out the Wet n Wild Soft Kohl Black Eye Pencil, which I bought 2 of and I love. This is all just Wet n Wild here, but Cheap and Shitty. That's
in more ways than one.
yeah, that's my brand, girl. Love Cheap and Shitty.
Yeah, Wet n Wild's great. You do the pencil. You said I see. I always do liquid eyeliner. But I guess for that you would.
Yeah.
Need...
Well, also I have a lot to say about makeup because that's most of what I learned about being a goth this month. But liquid liner was the first thing I learned I couldn't really use because I don't know what it would be called even, but my eyelids get completely covered by a fat roll.
Are they hooded? I think that's called hooded. Maybe?
Hooded, yes.
Yeah.
So when I put liner on the top, I have to keep my eyes closed for like 10 minutes for it to dry, or else I'll get a defined line there and then a defined line up here. And then I just have to fill it in anyway. So hooded, yes, that's me.
Here is a great news for people with hooded eyes. When you get older and they're more hooded, you can get a free eye lift medically by your insurance saying you can't see and that you need it medically, which my mom got because eventually I'm probably going to inherit her hood. I mean, just you get older, stuff starts to droop down.
Exactly.
You just got to find the doctor, write it off. This is a medical eye lift. I know.
Oh my God.
Not that I know. I don't plan on getting an eye lift, but I don't know. If I get offered a free one when I'm like 70, maybe.
Kerri, I've been thinking about getting an eye lift ever since we started doing this. When I start like doing my makeup and I'm like, oh God, well, I wish somebody would come and lift my eyelid fat for me. I'm like, oh, just give me a medical eye lift already, please.
And here's the thing: my mom's weren't technically bad enough. Like it has to be, and the doctor's like, okay, I'll just write it. So,
yes,
cool doctors.
That's great. I need to start going to a doctor who doesn't mind a gray area. I'm fine with that.
They're out there.
They sure are in Texas. Oh yeah, they're around. Well, y'all, we haven't really properly introduced ourselves.
Oh yes.
Please welcome my amazing co-host, Kerri Lendo.
Oh, thank you. Hello. And please give it up for other way. I can't get the reverse right. Oh, I'm still doing it wrong. I can't. I'm like, this is. There we go.
It's hard.
Give it up for Ralphie Hardesty.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to Goth Talk Live, which is our goth talk show about us being two 39-year-old non-goths who needed a change and decided that it was time for us to go goth.
And loving it. I'm gonna miss having an excuse to put vain selfies on Instagram as a promotion for the show.
I honestly hadn't posted anything on social media for months, probably like 8 months. But as soon as I have this on my face, I've put a couple of pictures on Maine. So yeah, I like taking pics. I like doing Instagram stories of this. And is that not what being goth is all about? So
I was talking to Daniel Webb, who was on the first episode. Or was it you who was talking about the Sarah Val piece?
Oh yes, yeah, I was talking about that.
That was you, not Daniel. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. It sounds like something Daniel would talk about.
Evening, yeah. The but what did you say the quote was? You have to stay at the goth club at least as long. it
Right.
took for you to get ready.
Yeah, Sarah Vowell had a piece in one of her books. I don't remember which one, but it was about a group of people who did goth makeovers, and they were giving her one, and it took a long time to get ready to go out to the goth club, and they gave her the rule that you have to go to the club at least as long as it took you to get ready. So for me, today that would have been an hour, for the record. The first time I did this makeup, it would have been 2.5 hours that I would have had to be at the club. So
I know mine was spread out throughout the day, so probably similar amount of time, just like in spurts. And
nice.
I finally got it down. Just gonna throw some comments up here. Support anything.
Yes.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, a lot of I learned something that shocked me is that a lot of people I know have Botox. I didn't even know. Because it's just if you got a good doctor, you don't even know.
I feel like shooting botulism into your face is very goth, and also
it is
Nerd
so
Fox.
Goth.
Nerd Fox, please talk to your doctor about forehead Botox. I can't wait. We've been talking about going to Scottsdale to get little work done, just a couple cosmetic procedures. I'm ready. It's time. God, I want an eye lift, but I will settle for some preemptive Botox.
I think I might just want like a whole like silicone mask that gets over my face that just is smooth.
I love that.
And just take it off every night and put it on.
Absolutely. Also, I totally missed the part where you said it was your birthday on Saturday, Nerd Fox. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yes.
They say it's your birthday. What's the most a goth birthday song? Just singing Friday, I'm in love, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, you know what? Do you? It's by They Might Be Giants. Do you remember the song Older?
Oh, good call.
Yeah. I think that one has got to be it.
I already spilled my red wine. Is it goth to? I mean, I guess have red wine stains. That seems kind of goth.
For sure. Oh yeah, I think so.
I'm not drunk. I just have a small desk and a lot going on here, and gloves.
There is a lot going on. You do look fantastic. I love your dress. I think your eye makeup is absolutely gorgeous. Everything's looking so right. Your light is lovely. Everything
I just
is
switched
looking
it
so
to the warm tone, so I wasn't just blue. Here's the one with this dress. It's from Forever 21 via the Goodwill outlet. If you don't know the Goodwill outlet, it's the blue bins where you buy by the pound, and it's just it's an amazing place if you're okay maybe touching dirty underwear. You just don't know what's in it.
Wait a minute. Please describe what you mean by dirty underwear.
Here's the thing. The Goodwill outlet is both things that didn't sell at Goodwill, but also they get so many donations. If anyone ever gives you shit for shopping in a thrift store, like there was like a whole like anti like privileged people shouldn't be shopping at thrift stores, which is just bullshit because they get so many donations they can't even put them all out on the floor. So some of them just go straight to the Goodwill outlet. So they're just dumping bags straight from people. And I mean, I've seen just loose knives, dog food, dirty diapers, wet underwear. I'm not saying it's soiled. I don't know its history. I didn't examine its history. It's a moist tidy whitey, and I just touched it. But I've gotten amazing pieces from there too, like designer gowns, Dior, Pucci, this Forever 21 black goth dress, which I would love to wear out, but like for everything for Forever 21, it is too short. It just keeps like it's like tight, so it just keeps like, whoop, now I'm a shirt.
Yep. Like
I'm coming off your hips, and now I'm a shirt.
For me, the problem with anything from Forever 21 is I can wear it 2 times and then it completely falls apart, no matter what it is.
That one off Springdale. Sorry, I put this comment up while you were talking. Was just the most hot mess. Needed to be gone. But now they have 2 in Austin. Anyway.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm not surprised you can find some good stuff at the Goodwill outlet because knives? You said loose knives?
Yeah, and you just don't know what's in there. Broken glass. I've seen a book in Austin. I saw a bookcase full of a child.
No.
It's the Wild Wild West with thrift stores.
Was the child okay?
The child was okay, but it was just like, "Ugh, this has gone too far, people. The ones here, you're not allowed to bring your kids, which is like such a godsend. You have to be over 18 to shop, which can tell you the danger that's happening. An
Holy
18 plus
shit.
shopping experience, but so good. I've found so many good items. I mean, most of my wardrobe. And
Yeah.
now Austin has two, which makes it a lot more bearable. There's one like up north, up by you, and then
Mhm.
there's one down south by the airport.
Lolita Lola Lolies asks, "How long is your dress?" I'm gonna try to find it online.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it down. I'm gonna stand up
Okay.
because it is can be long, but the problem is I have big hips, so it's just like, and it's like elastic, so then it just goes up. But if I pull it down,
Okay.
you'll see.
So remember,
It's
chat. This is
basically it basically goes like that.
oh.
Well, I'm like so bad at computers. Anyway, that's not helpful. It hits,
I think it's like
under
I think it's a foxy length. I think that looks great.
it is a foxy length, but yeah, like I said, the problem is if I wore it out, it would just go up. But
Yeah.
maybe I just need some shapewear or something to keep it in place.
Interesting.
I
Shapewear.
think if I got some like shapewear stockings, I could wear this out. Which, Halloween's coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do something.
Well, let me tell you, if I plan to wear any of the looks that you have seen me wear on Goth Talk out in public, shapewear is the absolute least I will need, because this is I'm goth from here up, and from here down I'm completely naked. So we'll see.
As you should be
Yeah.
on the internet. I know. I mean, the good news is I have 3 goth outfits I can choose from on Sunday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's gonna be a 3-day goth affair. For some reason, I'm posting as you in the chat.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, you're signed in.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, because you're broadcasting.
We
So
all
that-
do know.
Yeah.
Ralphie sucks. I'm trying to put that comment up, but I have these on.
Forget it.
I know this has been fun. Thank you all for being a part of it.
Yeah, this has been fun, and I have a quick list of 5 goth lessons that I've learned
Oh yes,
through
please.
this experience that I can rattle off real fast. But we talked to Daniel and Virginia, and then we talked to Victoria last time. We've served several goth looks, and I have to say, the first thing I learned doing Goth Talk Live with you, Kerri, was that I was actually worried that maybe I had memorized too many Blues Traveler lyrics to be goth. That somehow that would disqualify me. The number of Blues Traveler songs I could do at karaoke might actually, but I've been shown that is not the case. People are not gatekeeping this anymore, and this goth can be for everyone. So that was the first one.
That's like the most important thing I think I've learned as well.
Exactly. That's why it's number 1. It's just like put the makeup on, people will respond positively, and you can be pretty ignorant about goth bands and people will accept it. Number 2,
Dave Matthews comment is hit close to home because I've seen him in concert more than once.
Ooh, rough. How much do you have memorized?
He was always playing. I don't know if I haven't revisited, but I bet if it like came on, it would just come back to me.
It would just
I'm pretty good with song lyrics, so
yeah,
I don't think it's a personal thing to Dave. It's just things I learned from 1995 to 2005 stuck.
We all had Columbia House. We all had Under the Table and Dreaming. What do you want us to do? Not remember that iconic time? Come on.
I know. And I did see Dave. It was Dave Matthews Band plus The Roots. So I feel like it gives me a little bit of credit.
There you go. That's way better.
All right. Number 2.
Number 2. I either need cooler glasses or LASIK because I have not been wearing my glasses anytime I'm goth and I can't see shit. So either I need like glasses that work with this or I need
Oh, I
LASIK. I'm
know.
not doing contacts.
I
That's an
know.
at the
Same here.
when Virginia said that the contacts were no big deal, you and I are in the same boat on that, Kerri. Never have, never gonna.
I know. I wore them probably at the worst time in like 2000 or no, in like 94 when
Oof.
contacts were not what they are
We're not
today.
good. Exactly.
And I have astigmatism, but a few years ago I had to wear them for a commercial, or they wanted me to, and like I had a breakdown to the point where they're like, "It's okay, you can wear your glasses." The national commercial was just like, we don't. Okay, fine. We weren't expecting you to cry, adult woman."
That's
So.
me. That would be me though. I couldn't. So and I'm with you, chat. I see you. Everyone's like, get LASIK. I
I
didn't
can't
regret
see
it.
you because I don't have my glasses on,
Exactly.
but
I
look
can,
at you.
I'm like, I've blown up all of the fonts on this. I've made it work, but it's been really hard. So
Here's the thing with LASIK that I wish I didn't know. My friend just got it. He loves it. It's great. Shout out to Seth Cockfield, but he said I didn't expect to be able to smell my eyes burning.
that's exactly what I've heard about it, and that's exactly why I don't want to get it.
And I was maybe into it because I heard they just give you Valium and you're just happy. And I'm like, okay, if my anxiety can be relieved, because that's the main problem that I have with it.
Yeah.
But now I know I'm gonna smell my. No, I can't do
Can
it.
would a mask help? Maybe if I can't smell, I don't know.
Yeah, just do this. You're like, I'm ready for my LASIK.
Exactly. So yeah. Well, maybe just cooler glasses. Maybe I need like cute, like spidery glasses or something. Number 3.
You didn't get Valium. Somebody didn't get Valium. You
I
went
didn't
to the
get
wrong
Valium. Oh my god.
Puscoms. I'm sorry.
Oof.
Did they give you anything, Puscoms?
You do get Valium. Well, somebody didn't get it.
Yeah, I guess it depends. where your doctor's at.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing. Oof.
Shocking. I just went in and they lasered my eyes.
Now I feel like you're fucking with us because
I don't know. Sean's pretty honest.
I know, I just can't imagine.
Oh. I didn't smell anything. They gave me Valium and eye numbing. You basically just see weird lights and fuzz for 20 minutes, then rest for a few days and you see perfectly. Okay. Yes, goth batwing glasses. Thank you, Veritasered. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Number 3, being goth is very, very easy when you do not leave the house. That has been a huge boon. And is it not extremely goth to stay in your house? Is it
I'm
just
not arguing.
getting paler and paler like the ghoul that I am? I rest my case. Number 4, oh yeah, I need to experiment with other white foundations. Manic Panic Goth White is too expensive for how much I go through, and for a day-to-day goth, I will need something that covers like this for less. Oh yes, Buffy. Of course.
I almost bought you at the Goodwill outlet today. There was a sealed like vampire white Halloween makeup, and I'm like, I should buy this to Ralphie and send it to him. And then I got distracted because they brought out a new bin, and you got to be on top of the new stuff. Like I said,
yeah. I got these little like cream pots. They're about like that big, and I clearly need like the marker that's just like this.
I was out of foundation. I went to buy some foundation, and I kept trying to talk the lady that I needed like the second lightest and not the lightest. I'm like, you sure I don't need this one? She's like, no. And I was like, let me put them both on. She's like, no, I think you need the absolute lightest one we have. And I was just like, but what? I'm gonna be under like lights. Like, it's gonna wash me out. And she was like, I think you need that one. So anyway. I basically bought a bottle of expensive Manic Panic. It's
perfect.
I bought it's like 40. It's Ilia. I don't know if y'all know Ilia. It's supposed to be like natural hipster one, and it is it's a scam. It's a scam, and I fell for it. I paid $48 for foundation.
Ugh.
I had a gift card, so I didn't. It wasn't my money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a gift card, but it's just a scam. It's not. I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy this, and this is going to be the best foundation or cover. And it's watery. It spills. It's in this terrible bottle. Ilia's not our sponsor, but
No.
Wet and Wild, we'd love a sponsorship.
I know. I want to
Love
look
it.
up Wet and Wild Foundation. Where are you at?
I
What is the
know.
price point? I know it's going to be cheaper than this.
I will say their Halloween section had some cultural appropriation going on with the Day of the Dead, but
Oh.
you know, it was $3.99 for that black nail polish.
Can't beat that. My
Oh
last
yes,
point.
the setting spray. This is going on. I just always get the free Urban Decay. They give you like a setting spray sometimes when you buy a lot, which I do from Urban Decay.
Maybe
So,
that's what I need.
But I would love to know a cheaper one because it's just like a sample size and I get it and then it's gone. So
I just used
Ralphie and I would love a setting spray recommendation.
Yeah, I just used translucent powder each time, and each time I got wildly different results. So I have no idea what the fuck that is for or what it does. So sure.
Yeah, maybe I should just buy. Maybe I just need to buy a full bottle of the Urban Decay. They do have really great. Urban Decay is really great. What's it called? Black Friday sales. I always just stock up once a year. Which
Coming
is
up.
who my lipstick palettes from my Super Goth lipstick palette.
I need
Oh
more
yes.
colors too.
What number are you on? Right? You're on
I have one.
4?
I have one last one.
Okay, perfect.
The last thing I learned: don't eat in your makeup. Don't do your makeup and then eat. Eat
Yeah.
and then get ready.
It
So
is true.
that's it. I was such a little piggy. I was like, oh shit, I have to start over.
I don't have an official list, but I love yours. Anyone can be goth, which I love, which I think really people just from like posting online and stuff, everyone was very supportive. So I think everyone can be goth, just even a little bit, just even if it's just in your heart, but it can be just a dark lipstick.
Yeah, you
And a
can
pale
be
face.
just a little goth, just like this, and people will be into it.
And here's the thing. I think I'm always one boyfriend away from any subculture. Like I could just be, and I don't mean that in a I change for everyone. I mean that in I'm fascinated by everything and love learning, but this is a lame statement, but I love learning and I could just get into anything. So gotta find that goth. Goth out there. What else have I learned? Learned to love a dark lip color. I was always afraid of it. And I learned how much I love Ralphie. I already knew that. It's so fun working with him.
Oh, thank you, Kerri. Same.
Oh,
I have that,
you know what?
That's number 6. I love working with Kerri.
I love my Spotify. Like I listened to my Discover Weekly, and it was like, "Oh, you're goth now." Like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm now officially goth because Spotify thinks I'm goth, and it was like Cockatoo Twins, and like,
I didn't
all
even
that.
think about that. That's brilliant.
And I was like, it's great if the algorithm thinks I'm goth, I'm goth.
Ooh,
all.
no major changes for me. Still just a punk playlist. Yeah. Oh wow. Maybe someday.
Yeah, mine was really easily deceived. Or maybe I just knew it was in my heart. But I'm excited. I mean, I want more black now, and I'm gonna wear it out. I think I'm gonna keep this dress, this Forever 21 one.
Please.
Once I buy some
I think my next step for goth learning is going to be learning contouring, because you can even see it a little bit when like the webcam is hiding a lot of problems with this look. But if I could just carve out a nice drag king line, then I think I'd be ready to perform at Elysium. Honestly,
Mhm.
yeah.
Which is really next time in Austin, we are getting dressed up and going to Elysium as goths.
Great idea. Oh
I'll
yes.
be there like New Year's Eve and the week after. So
There'll
what
be
a
shit going
great
on.
2022. Ralph and I are now goths
Goths, and
going to Elysium.
I'll have my booster. I'll be ready for Elysium. Can't wait.
I remember when I first moved to Austin going to Elysium because my roommate was a lesbian and she's just like, this is the lesbian night. This is what we have. She's like, we get one night at Elysium. We went, there was like 7 women there, but one of them was talking to her. But yeah, things have changed in Austin.
Well,
oh, what was the lesbian club you would go to though?
you know that I was just about to tell all of the stories about Sister's Edge 2, which was across the street from Chain Drive. So it was always a really fun night. We'd go dancing at Sister's Edge 2, and then we'd go like be the like
it's a Chain Drive.
Yeah, we'd be the like stupid kids who were like, hee, what's that? Hee. But yeah, Sister's Edge was always so much fun. You could find me any time of day, drunk, dancing on a box to Kesha at Sister's Edge 2. I fucking love it. Oh, God bless Chain Drive. I know.
I can't. I'm having trouble Okay. I know the Chain Drive. Just for those who don't know, how would you describe it? Just the most.
It was a gear bar. It was a leather bar that was a hyper queer space. And the legendary thing about it to me was there was a patio in the backyard of this bar that was very well known as the sex patio. That there was just public sex going on downtown in Austin at the Chain Drive. And it was just such a seedy, scary place where I saw just so many naked people on their hands and knees in a bar, you know. God,
like the closest thing to Boys Town maybe that we had,
Chicago. Oh yeah. I mean,
I honestly never went to Chain Drive, but I just like have heard about it so much. Adam's in the chat. Didn't you play Chain Drive once during South by or something? I feel like I was like almost gonna go to Chain Drive once, but never went.
Yeah, it was great.
It wasn't for me. It was for a specific subset.
One of the many times that we went to Chain Drive after Sister's Edge, one of the people who worked there came up to me and started thanking me for bringing women into the bar because it was like seen as just like a place for like guys to fist each other. And they were like, no, he was like, I'm bisexual, I love women. I was like, yes, me too. I mean, I'm not bi, but I like the lesbian bar better. So yeah, that's Adam hilarious. Says yes, he played there a few times. Nice. Fucking cool. That's fucking awesome. Adam,
I should have went. I don't know why I didn't. Should we move on to, I don't even know how we started talking about, because we were talking about Elysium.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's still kicking. Good for them. I mean,
yeah,
because that's been around a while for Austin.
Yeah, they're still doing drag shows. I see events happening at Elysium all the time. They're open, and I guess they're doing fine.
Should we move on to today's topic?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, please.
So today, Ralphie and I are going to be talking about, we've done music, we've done just like goth crushes. Oh wait, Vampirica. I'm like trying to figure out exactly how to say it. Is anyone watching Dragula? I mean, of course, Ralphie's watching Dragula.
Yes, I am. I watched the new episode. It's actually been really fun because the episodes come out on Tuesdays. So I'll like do my makeup and watch Dragula, and it's like it's a really fun Tuesday night, and it's really entertaining. I love everyone. The sad thing, one of the sad things that's happening is one of the queens that I was excited about is now like being really like bitchy and disappointing. So I'm kind of like, that sucks for her. But I love everyone. I love Hoso, I think is her name. I love Sigourney Beaver. I absolutely love every I think everyone on the show is really, really fantastic, and I'm very excited for this season. It's gonna be fun. Really, really fun.
I'm gonna watch that after this. If we don't go all night long, no, we're not
I
gonna
know.
go all night long. Okay, so today Ralphie and I comprised a list of our top 5 goth characters in film, which
Mhm.
I had a lot I cycled through. A lot were on, off. And did you do TV? I just did movies. I didn't even
Movies.
yes.
Yeah.
Because but a lot of from TV popped up, I guess. I do remember this on CSI. There's just like a goth lady, and it just in pigtails, and it doesn't quite make sense.
She
But
is
anyway.
the only thing I know about the show CSI is that there's a woman who looks like that on it.
Yeah, it's very. She looks like she should be playing roller derby. I've watched CSI with my aunts a few times, and
Mhm.
I don't. I mean, kudos to whoever who made that decision. That we needed that. Do you want to go first? You want me to? So this is our top 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a placeholder. This is our top 5. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay, so here we go. First, I'm going to talk about what didn't make the list.
Okay.
What didn't make the list? Okay, here's one because I had some ideas. Yes, there's definitely I was thinking Anne Rice characters for sure, but I did not. None of them made it. I decided I could only have one vampire on the list.
Okay.
Which
okay.
was hard. And if we're doing TV, I feel like I would have maybe done a True Blood like Eric or something because he does kind of mope around like a goth.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I also like Spike, who is also kind of mopes around a lot like a goth, and he has the fake British accent, which is terrible. But I don't know. I love Spike on Buffy. I don't know why. Looking back on it, I don't know why I thought he was like the sexiest, coolest thing in the world because he's just like a bleach blonde actor who's like okay at his job.
We were being sold that was the hottest man on earth back then, so it was not your fault.
Yeah, but it was never into Angel.
Yeah.
So I looked at a lot of I had my ideas, but then I looked at a lot of lists online that were like the top goths. But the problem is online is they're all like those like you click through a slideshow and then like every 5th thing is like an ad. But I did see Professor Snape was a really good choice. I didn't feel like it was my choice, but I thought that was very interesting because he's British and he does mope around. He's got the dark hair. He kind of is like almost like a parody of a goth character on a sitcom. You can put him in there.
Totally.
What else? Who else did I almost put on? There's a lot of, but here's my list of top 5 goths from movies. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off to do this. It requires some tech. Share screen, Chrome tab. Okay, let's see. Oh, I gotta go into presentation mode. This always happens. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
No
present.
problemo.
Okay. So we're starting with a very obvious choice, which is The Craft. Ralphie and I just did it for Master Pancake, which I'm sure some of you were there for. And I also just learned during the Scream 2 Master Pancake, there is a Craft 2. I meant to screenshot the cast.
Oh.
Apparently, I was told it was not good, but
Mhm.
I'm still interested. I'd still watch it. I couldn't just pick one. I had to pick them all. I mean, Fairuza Balk is obviously like the queen goth and like is amazing, but they're all like kind of cool witches in their own way. Like Nev Campbell's just Nev Campbell. And I don't know the real names of the other women. And Robin Tunney, but I feel bad that I don't know. Anyway, everyone but minus Skeet Ulrich, who is just like a weirdo with a bad haircut in that movie. So that's my pick number one. Pick number two. This is controversial. Here's the thing: this is controversial, and I want y'all to discuss because I'm not sure. But all the lists I saw had like Maleficent, but I'm like, I didn't want to pick Maleficent. I mean, she is gothic, but like Ursula, like basically has a choker on. She's got that black dress. She like bullies not bullies the popular kid, which I think. But when you're young, you think Ariel's cool. When you're older, you realize Ursula's cool. Hence the goth cycle. So, okay, good. Everyone in chat seems. Oh, somebody said that Ursula isn't goth. I don't know. I mean, like, I want to hear your opinions. You don't have to agree with me. But can you picture Ursula like showing up with that shell choker and a black vinyl dress, like, and all that eye makeup? I don't know.
Exactly. I think that people saying Maleficent is, but then
I think she is, but
I'm not arguing that she's not, but I'm saying Maleficent is, but Ursula is not, is nothing other than fat phobia. And we need some fat goths, and Ursula is our fat goth queen. For me. That's for me.
I mean, I feel like she'd be at Elysium for sure.
Oh, please. She would be at Elysium 4 nights a week.
So I feel like she's a god. That's really my only controversial pick. But I'm glad. What do we? I'm trying to keep up with it. Oh wait, she's basically sexy campy Dom DeLuise, who, if he were goth. So
I mean, she was designed to be like Divine, and Divine played all kinds of like sociopathic murderers and shit eaters, and I don't know. I think if anyone's goth, it's got to be Divine.
Okay. Next, I have kind of an obvious choice, Allison from the Breakfast Club. Kind of, I feel like she represents what I felt in high school. Not because for some reason I was wearing men's Gap shirts and like ill-fitting jeans.
Hell yeah!
But I feel like she maybe I don't know why I was doing that. But I feel like she maybe represents what I actually wanted to be. Like my inside, she's that on the outside. For some reason, we watched The Breakfast Club in school in the 7th grade in reading class. Because we did a whole kind of unit on stereotypes. And I'm not sure. I mean, other than learning the definition of a stereotype, I'm not sure really what we learned. We had to do a thing where we gave directions and then all read them out loud. It was like men give mathematical ones and women give like based on visual, like, turn at the tree or whatever. Totally. So I don't know why Mrs. Hand had a very long unit on stereotypes, but we watched The Breakfast Club. That was the first time I saw it. It was in school. And, Allison resonated with me. Oh, a very important thing about Miss Hand was 1, her name was Miss Hand. 2, her husband, Mr. Hand, also taught in school. 3, I will always remember her because I won't say the full name. She intercepted a note Jen was passing to her boyfriend, Dan, that was all about how she wanted to have sex with Dan in 7th grade without a parachute. And I mean, Miss Hand read the note. Like, she comes in, she read it all, and then she told Jen's parents, and Jen, like, disappeared for, like, a week, got sick. And somehow, I don't know how the whole school knew, but it's not weird. And looking back, it's weird that she was like, let me read this note to this boyfriend. I mean, I guess I would if I were a teacher.
Oof. Teachers.
But would I rat out the parents? I don't know. If I were a teacher and I found a note about a 7th grader wanting to have sex, would I tell their parents? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, as a former teacher, I can tell you that it sucks having to be a cop sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without a parachute was the phrase used. I don't know why the whole school knew, but we all knew.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, I mean, you had littler kids, so
yeah, exactly.
It wasn't quite as bad. But you would have to rat on the kids for the parents sometimes, I'm guessing.
Totally. Oh yeah. And it sucked, but it was what it was, you know.
All right, moving on. We got Elizabeth from Daughters of Darkness, which is not it's for those who don't know, it's like an early 70s Belgian, I think it's Belgian. It's European horror film. And the reason I picked her, one, she's my one vampire on the list. I really wanted to include her, and I feel like she's basically like female Dracula because like I was like, do I do Bram Stoker's Dracula? Do I do? But she's basically just like female Dracula, and she looks divine in 70s outfits, and she just strolls up to this like Belgian, like it basically like the Grand Budapest Hotel if it were like gothic and in Belgium. And like the movie's set basically there's like a newlywed couple who's unhappy, and then she shows up and all the people who work there, it's like, I knew you since I was a little kid. You look great. You know, everyone's talking about how she hasn't aged because she's a vampire. Anyway, she seduces a couple. There's a lot of eroticism in it. It's known as an erotic vampire thriller, both between man, woman. I don't want to give away any endings, but she is just kind of a divine 70s figure. I have another picture of her. This is great. This is my favorite still from the movie. First off, I love a silver gown.
Oh,
just
stunning.
her being like, anyway, it's slow. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember enjoying it, and she captivated me. So she's on my list. All right, now we have number 2. Oh wait, no, number 1. I'm already on number 1. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm already on number 1, which is of course is Lydia, which I was trying to do the Lydia Deetz bangs. I was trying to do my homage, and then I had the coconut oil fail. But you know, she's just she's perfect because she is a goth, but she's like a teenager, so she's like the best type of goth where she thinks she knows everything. Yes, exactly. Exactly. She has the best quotes. I mean, she has the best outfits.
I love that
wants to marry her.
I love that like retouched photo on the right there. It's so looking so face-tuned and gorgeous.
I know.
Oh,
thank you everyone for your comments. So those are my goths.
It's a good list.
I'm trying to remember. There's a few that I didn't end up putting on. That maybe Edward Scissorhands I thought about, but we kind of already talked about him. Who else? And also, who's on your list, everyone? Who are your favorite movie goths? But TV show too, if you wanna. We're not picky.
No. Yeah, all of mine are from film.
Here's my background. Sorry, I just realized I had that very busy screen going on.
Oh no, I love it.
There we go.
But this looks nice. This looks very good. Yeah, I actually just last minute took Edward Scissorhands off of my list because I also, just like you, I actually had no vampires on my list, and that feels wrong. That feels wrong. So I'm going to make a quick...
Maybe right, though. I mean, I don't know. Am I too on the nose by wanting to put a million vampires? But I think I do like vampire movies.
I do too. And I
didn't really realize while I was talking to somebody recently.
No, I definitely do. Like, Interview with the Vampire was one of those movies that was like, why do I love watching Tom Cruise bite Brad Pitt? You know, and it was just like, I have to watch that scene again. And
I mean, it's amazing they got Tom Cruise and like the biggest Hollywood stars of the time to be in a homoerotic thriller. Like
not just
no one does that. Chris Pratt. I mean, I don't know. They don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore because it was Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. Antonio Banderas was in that movie, and he was jealous of the two of them. You know, it was the gayest 90s. Like, so yeah. Long story short, I do love vampires, and I like vampire movies.
But I forget. We went to Disney World as a family, and I felt sick one day, and I was old enough that I could stay in the hotel, and I had an Anne Rice book. and I just stayed in, didn't go to Disney World, and read my Anne Rice book. And there's so much like sex, and I was like, 15 and loving it.
Hell yes. Fuck yeah. Should I go through my list?
Oh, I haven't seen wait, this is what I haven't seen Queen of the Damned.
I never
don't know
saw
why. I'm gonna fix that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, let's go through your list.
Okay. So this is the last minute edition that I removed Edward Scissorhands, a deserving goth, no question. But I've had to think really quickly on the fly, who is the vampire that I would put on this list? And for me, it has got to be the one, the only, Paul Rubens from Buffy.
Oh, good choice.
Thank you very much. I feel good about this one. This was the reason pretty much that I never tried Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show, was because Pee-wee was in the movie, and the movie is not like the TV show, and so I don't think I'd like the TV show. And so I didn't watch that for a million years because Pee-wee signed off on this version of the vampire movie. So that him being
That's a
in
very good
this,
point.
and he's so funny. He does like 2 gags in the entire thing, but it's perfect. And I believe it was like the first time he worked since jerking off in the theater, when everyone pretended that they cared about people jerking off in a theater.
And looking back on it today compared to what celebrities get in trouble for now.
Oh, exactly.
It's like amazing. Like, not fair.
Not fair at all. So yeah,
My friend was just working. They're making a documentary about him, they're making a documentary, and she's like an archivist, and she got to like meet him and go through his house, and was like, compiling all his files and all the stuff for the documentary. So I'm very excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Super duper excited.
I'll send her this clip. I'm sure she'll want it.
Please.
Goth Talk Live talking about him.
Please. It matters so much to me. How I feel about Paul Rubens in Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. Number 4 is another one I feel very strongly about. She belongs in the list, no question. It is our good friend, the Mistress of the Dark. Let me resize my pick. It's really big. It's really, really big. But any list without Elvira is going to be...
It's true. I'm glad you put her on, because I did not, but I was thinking about her.
Yeah, she I'm sorry, I have to fix all of my pictures. But Elvira is a person who shows me that you can be goth, but also be really campy, corny, funny, sexy. I mean, she's really pulling it off, but I have my doubts about if I could pull off that dress. But I love her style. This is one of the like big, like, this is for you, Ralph. You would love this shit. So big Elvira fan. I love Mistress of the Dark, and I still haven't watched her special on Shudder, but she's making new stuff now, and it looks like a lot of fun. So big fan of Elvira.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to... Okay. So let's get the next... Ooh, what happened? I don't know what happened. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm slowly figuring out what's going on with my pictures.
Take your time.
Thank you all for your understanding. Open. Number 3 is technically Hellraiser, but actually Megan Thee Stallion as Hellraiser. Which, if you didn't see her putting this, so technically from a film. I have never seen Hellraiser, but you.
I saw it on Halloween. We watched it on Halloween, like maybe 1999. Like, instead of going trick or treating.
Oh, perfect.
We watched Hellraiser, and it is Hellraiser scared me more so than a lot of horror films, because there's kind of, for me, it was like a psychological thing. Like, what if we're trapped? And anyway, go on.
No, so I'm actually, so this one allows me to very quickly plug the Master Pancake show that is happening tomorrow. Don't
Love
forget, they're showing Hellraiser 7 p.m. and I'm very excited. I want to see it because, like I said, I've never seen this movie before. But when Megan Thee Stallion does this, I pay attention, and obviously you can see the influence has been felt, and it's showing on my face. That's what I'm trying to look like all the time. So had to make my list, inching in at number 3. So this is number 2. Let's resize her.
I almost included.
She belongs there. I mean, this is Helena Bonham Carter from Sweeney Todd. That's the one for me. Her performance there, I think, is great. It's so much better than Johnny Depp's, frankly. I don't know if she's a singer, but she actually is selling it to you. And the story is, she's the only one that's pulling off comedy. She's the only one that's actually making this fun. And look at, that's what I want to look like. I want to have wild Halloween hair and perfect eyeshadow that makes me look sick and tired. That it's such a look. I love everything about it.
I know people are bringing up in chat. I almost had Tim Curry down from Rocky Horror, and I only could pick 5, and I kind of regret it.
Well, then maybe we should just move straight on to number 1.
Thank you. That was I honestly was, as I started saying it, I'm like, I wonder what Ralphie's one is.
So you 100% know that my number 1 was, is, and always will be the one, the only Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Once again, I am not one of the people who did those midnight shows. I'm not like a Rocky Horror person. It's just a really fun movie, and I love the music. And above all, I love that in the 70s, Tim Curry was doing this. It blows my mind all the time that Susan Sarandon and Tim Curry were rolling around in a bed in the 70s, say touch me. I can't. It's so funny. It's so good. His performance is absolutely iconic, and
so good.
And the makeup is so stunning, so iconic. She's the goth butch of our dreams. I absolutely love Dr. Frankenfurter, and Tim Curry is top in the list easily. Was the first shoe-in of the list. Was like, well, it's clearly this. Yeah,
I know. I feel like I watched Rocky Horror, like rented the VHS, and like maybe my grandma was watching us, and I like have to turn down when they were like, when sex stuff would happen. It's like
totally
not real quick. So that's what I think of when I think of Rocky Horror.
I know. I mean, I think about so much, but like my husband's father used to be Frankenfurter for these like midnight performances, and it's like, it's so iconic it's so iconic that it actually like crossed over to straight culture in a really powerful way. That I mean, there's also like arguments to say that like every gender bending character from like the 70s and 80s was also a psychopathic murdering like killer, but it was so much fun.
I know. The camp
yeah,
they're still doing it. I think one of the theaters that was in LA, I forget what it's called, sort of for like the 4 or 5 in Santa Monica Boulevard, and they always do Rocky Horror Saturday at midnight, and we're closed for the pandemic, but I think they're back doing it, which is exciting. A nice little return of a tradition.
Hell yeah. And that's my list. Those are my top 5.
It's a good list.
Thank you so much. Feels good. I'm a huge fan of all of those people, and honestly, it felt good to get Johnny Depp off the list. As much as deserving as Edward Scissorhands is, I think we've moved past it.
Oh, you know what it wasn't on my list? You know what I saw on a lot of lists, but I didn't put was what is her name? The Bride of Chucky, the doll that is the Bride
Yes,
of Chucky
Jennifer
was on.
Tilly.
No, okay, so it was not the Bride of Chucky. Sorry, Chucky's girlfriend, like the doll, the goth doll. Maybe Valerie's her name. I can't remember what it was. I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen any of the Chucky movies. Honestly, I think I've seen part
Oh.
of the first one. I've definitely seen part of the first one and been like scared of it because I was watching it at an age I should not have been. But not Jennifer Tilly. Oh, did she voice? Okay, so Jennifer Tilly voiced
Yeah,
her. Okay,
she did,
Tiffany.
yeah.
Yes, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Tiffany was like on almost all the lists, but I wasn't familiar with the movie, so I didn't feel comfortable putting it on. But
Yeah.
maybe she's goth canon. I don't know. I need to look into that.
I actually think that that's probably one of those like as safe a choice as Helena Bonham Carter on a list of goths. Truly, because Child's Play was one of those movies that like absolutely traumatized me as a child.
I know. Just the preview alone, I feel like traumatized.
Literally that. Every time a preview would come on TV, I would physically hide. I would run away from the TV and I would hide. It was so scary.
Oh,
So I never saw any of those sequels because I was
okay.
still scared.
Agree with Tilly's voice is goth.
Yeah. What does she sound like? She sounds
Uh,
I'm Jennifer
I just
Tilly.
a little baby.
Is that I'm gonna try that. So my name is Ralphie Tilly. I'm Jennifer's son.
She's got a little. She's got sass though. I can't do Jennifer Tilly. I
You're
mean, I can't
right.
do
She is
any
really funny.
I can't do any impression. So
Me neither. And
that's the thing.
she's like a poker champion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like a competitive poker player.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I can remember watching Celebrity Poker on TV because there's a bunch of comedians who were on it.
I know, and it was hosted by Dave Foley, which was the
Oh
the only
yeah.
thing I liked about it. But then it was still just poker, and I was like, oh, this sucks.
I mean, this is a cruel, cruel story, but justified.
Yeah, all's fair in love, war, and sibling bickering.
I know. I mean, so that is our list. We're over an hour. We say this is the last goth talk for now. I'm sure we'll bring it back.
Yeah, I was telling Chris we have to reevaluate. We signed the contracts to do 3 goth talks,
Yes,
and
we
as
did.
soon we will be waiting for the payment for this one.
Oh
And
wait,
as soon as we're
speaking
paid,
of, if no pressure at all, we're just happy that you're here. But if you would like to support Ralphie and I's makeup budget, here's how you tip us. But like I said, we're just happy that you're here and you're watching. Like
exactly.
honestly, I was like, this is an idea we've talked about for a long time, and I'm just excited to do it and excited that people watched.
Amen. I thank you so much, chat, for hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
This was so much fun. I love doing this. Any excuse to work with Kerri and do fun stuff, especially where we get to dress up, is a really fun project.
Ralphie and I love makeup is one of the takeaways from Goth Talk.
Yeah, give me one reason to buy a ton of makeup from HEB curbside.
Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of goths who it didn't work out schedule wise, so I feel like we have to do it again because there are guests who did not make it.
Exactly. We had a bunch of cancellations. Things just didn't work, and because we were only doing 3 shows, it was hard to reschedule people. So, I have a feeling that Goth Talk will be back. Maybe in this iteration. Maybe it'll look very different, but
maybe it'll be even more goth.
Exactly. Maybe it'll be Cheese Talk. That was something.
Yes, Cheese Talk was popular. And I can talk about it. Here's a fun fact in my dating profile. I do say it's one of the Hinge. This is too much information, but
please share. Please.
One of the Hinge prompts is like something I can't stop talking about, and I said a cheese plate I had in West Hollywood 3 years ago. And I have to talk about the cheese plate with strange men on a daily basis. And I
They're always
copy
like,
and paste. And I have not gotten one cheese plate out of that. Is that not a shame? You think one person would be like, let's go get a cheese plate. No one's bought me a cheese plate. Not even bought me. No one shared one. I don't need anyone to buy me a cheese plate. I need just an excuse to go out and get cheese.
right.
But I've had so many conversations about that prompt about cheese, which I love cheese, but I'm just copy and pasting at this point.
What an absolute crime that you're not getting like a million dates with a bunch of like foodie assholes who are like, you think that cheese plate was good? You gotta come try my cheese plate.
I'm
and then
ready
they
to
take
be
you out.
schooled. Like,
I
tell
know.
me who. I know. Wait, we're not that one. Yes. I also do in my dating profile, it says I'm strangely attracted to, and I did put men, so that might be a turn off. That might be a turn off for some men. I think it's funny. Gay men think it's funny.
Kerri,
Straight
that is
men don't
no,
think it's funny. I can't
it's
change
hysterical. That is absolutely
you.
hilarious.
Thank you, everyone. So, everyone, thanks for watching. This will come back.
Yeah.
Follow us. I mean, many of you probably do already follow Ralphie and me. But we'll be back in discussing cheese, gothdom, or question mark.
Hell yeah.
But I can guarantee we'll be wearing a lot of makeup and very bad at tech.
We are always going to be struggling, just like I am currently.
I love it.
I'm setting up a raid so we can go raid.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Dragula Queen who is streaming right now. She's doing her makeup, so I'm going to send everyone over to go hang out with Bitch Puddin'. So I'm starting the raid now. So it'll queue up and then
Thank you, everyone.
In a minute.
Thank you for watching. And we'll be back. And I love you all. And this has been really fun. I really appreciate all y'all.
Yes. Thank you all. Thank you, chat, so much. We'll see you soon. Raiding now.